In this video, we're going to be going over audience retention. So when you go in your analytics, you can see that you've got an option here to see audience retention. And audience retention is definitely one of the most important metrics that you got to be looking at. And this is going to determine a lot of what happens on your channels, how many views you're going to get. And this is an important one that YouTube uses in order to understand what's happening in your video. So obviously YouTube is an algorithm that determines the worth of your video and the content of your video. So it can't be as objective as to be able to say, to actually watch a video and say, okay, well, this video is good and this video is bad. It's to the point. So it relies a lot on metrics and what your audience is doing and how they're interacting with your video. So that's why audience retention is important. So this is an overall retention view of this particular channel that we're looking at. So my average videos on here aren't very long. They're probably anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes. So an average view duration of 2 minutes 10 seconds isn't too bad. It's roughly around 49% of my video length. So again, it's definitely not too bad considering most of my videos are probably under 5 minutes here. And as long as you're hitting roughly around 50%, that's actually a pretty good number. Obviously, the more your video gets viewed, the better. So if people are watching the video right through to the end, that's the best case scenario, and that would be the best result for your videos. So when you are creating videos, designing videos, you got to keep that in mind, that you got to keep the audience engaged, enticed to watch through your video right to the end to make sure that you are gaining on this audience retention number. Basically, the audience retention is an overall measurement of your video's ability to retain its audience. So down here at the bottom, if you click on video, you can see all of your top 200 videos. So this number here, this is going to be your overall view duration of all your videos on your channel. So this will list out the top 200 videos and the average view duration of it, as well as we've got geography. So if you want to look at where your audience is coming from and how long that particular audience is watching. So I can see here that Germany is less than the English-speaking countries because my videos are in English language. So maybe there's a little bit of a barrier there that users are coming from different international locations, and they're saying, okay, well, you know, I want to find something in German maybe. So they're not watching through as long because it's not maybe not their native language as well. So we have an option here for date. So you can see how overall your estimated minutes watched is changing. And we can see here estimated minutes watched. So this is the estimated total minutes of viewing time of your video from your audience. So this is as a whole viewing time. So if you do have longer videos, it should be a lot higher than it is here because these videos are relatively short. So I can see that approximately if I've got 59,000 views, they're watching about 2 minutes per person per view. That's where they're roughly coming up with this number of estimated minutes watched as a whole. And then when you hover over here, it tells you how many days it is. So 135,000 minutes is 93 days, 23 hours. And you can see here that the average view duration is 216. And again, I can look at this percentage and say, okay, well, so most of my videos, and this is on a channel as a whole. So this is, I can say that estimated average minutes watched per view for the selected content, date range, region, and other filter. So this again, it depends on what you've typed in here in the search here, the average view duration. But this right now, it's being based on my channel as a whole. And I can see that at some points it might have been a little bit longer. but some of my longer videos might have been doing better, and overall I can see that my views have slightly gone down, but they're relatively fairly consistent. The thing you can see here is subscription status. So I can see that the majority of my views are actually coming from non-subscribed users, and my non-subscribed users, interestingly enough, are watching the videos slightly longer than my subscribed channel users. So this might be a little bit of an indication for me to really focus a little bit more on the content and understand that my subscribed users are generally going to be my target audience, and I should be able to target them a little bit better and get them to watch those videos through a little bit longer. So looking at this, I can definitely determine that this is something that I've got to watch out for and that I've got to take into consideration when I am creating strategy for my upcoming videos. Well, you can see here as a percentage wise, so my subscribed users are only about 7% of my overall views, of my actual viewing that's done on that channel. So 7.4% of my views are coming from subscribed users, as opposed to non-subscribed users that are doing 93%. So hopefully I can also focus on the subscription a little bit better and try to get some of these non-subscribed users to actually subscribe to my channel. And this is where it comes down to kind of looking at the videos and doing a little bit more analysis and seeing videos that might have been working a little bit better, and taking a look at those videos and seeing what content I'm delivering, how I'm delivering it, and breaking down the content on my channel a little bit better to more understand which videos are working and draw out conclusions from those videos in order to increase my subscribers' viewing time. So if I go to video here and select the video individually, look at it, and go to subscribed, I can see that if I've got a higher watch time on one than another, then I'd watch both of the videos and make notes about what the difference is and what I should be doing to improve that user subscriber view time. And that works as well for videos. So if you do see you have a video that's maybe average percentage viewed at 80%, you want to really take a look at those videos and see what's happening in those videos and what you're doing right. Sometimes it's as simple as maybe you're making your videos too long and the people aren't going to stick around for that information. That information isn't worthwhile for them to spend 5 minutes to get that information out. So get that information to them quicker. The other thing too, sometimes if you do have a longer video, you might want to illustrate what your video is going to be about and try to incentivize the user to stick around right till the end of watching your video.